Hello, I am D. Balnarsimha, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Government Degree College, Ramanapet. Today, I am going to discuss about the factors which are affecting stability of coordination compounds. In my previous video lecture, I discussed about the factors which are affecting the magnitude of crystal field stabilization energies. So, and in this video lecture, I am going to discuss about the factors which are affecting the stability of coordination compounds. It is one of the very important topic for our graduate students. So, what are the factors which are causing or affecting stability of coordination compounds? Coordination compounds are made up of ligands and central metal ion. So, obviously, these two factors, mainly these are the two factors which are affecting stability of coordination compounds. What are they? Nature of metal ion and nature of ligand. Okay. So, and another thing is there, environmental factors also, and third one is environmental factors. Environmental factors also causing the influencing the stability of coordination compounds. Here, right? So, following are the factors are affecting the stability of coordination compounds. First one is nature of central metal ion, right? Central metal ion, and so and nature of the ligand, and this chelating effect also comes under the heading of nature of ligand. Okay, some ligands are there which are some chelating ligands are there. They can form rings with the metal ion. So these rings are called chelating rings, and the effect this chelating rings make the ligand more stable. That's why this effect is called as chelating effect. We will discuss about all these things with examples. So there are two main factors which are influencing the stability of coordination compounds. One is the nature of metal ion, and another one is nature of the ligand. Nature of the metal ion and nature of the ligand. So there are mainly two factors of metal ion which are influencing the stability of coordination compounds. The important characteristic of metal atom in determining stability of the complexes are given below. First, ionic size. So the stability of coordination compound or coordination complex decreases with increase in the size of metal ion. Suppose zinc, here I have taken two examples, zinc and cadmium. Cadmium is having larger size than zinc. So the compounds the coordination compounds which are made of zinc are the coordination compounds which are having central metal ion as zinc as a central metal ion are more stable than the compounds which are having central metal ion, zinc cadmium as central metal ion are less stable than zinc compounds. So why? Because the size is influencing the size of the metal ion is influencing the stability. The stability of coordination compound decreases with increase in size of metal ion. So why the size of the metal ion is causing the stability of is influencing the stability of coordination compound? Actually, the smaller the ion, the greater is its electric field, and in general the more stable are its complexes. Okay, so in simple words, as a rule of thumb, the more the size of the metal ion, the less is the stable the compound. The less stable is the compound. So zinc is having a smaller size and cadmium is having a larger size. So the compounds relatively the compounds of zinc, coordination compounds of zinc are more stable than coordination compounds of cadmium. So, and another factor is there, ionic charge. So, more the ionic charge, more is the complex compound. So, here the ionic charge, the effect of ionic charge of the central metal ion on the stability of coordination compounds may be described by comparing the change in stability in a series of complexes by changing the ionic charge on metal ion. If the charge of the central metal ion is more and the size is small, then the stability of complex is more. Okay. So, if the charge of the central metal ion is more, the stability of the complex is more. Okay. So, and suppose Fe plus 3. So, Fe plus 2. Fe plus 3, here charge is higher than Fe plus 2. So, Fe plus 3 should be a more stable complex. The complex compound which is having Fe plus 3 ion is more stable than the complex compound which is having Fe plus 2. And what is the size of the, which is the larger size atom than in these two ions? So, Fe plus 2 is in larger size than Fe plus 3. So, obviously, Fe plus 3 ion is having higher, greater charge and smaller size. That is why it can form more stable complex compounds than Fe plus 2. So, here there are two factors. So, first thing is Fe plus 3 charge is more than Fe plus 2, charge of the ion is more, and size, in size, in terms of size, Fe plus 3 in smaller size than Fe plus 2. So, smaller size, smaller the size and the larger the charge, leading to more stable complex compound. Smaller the size, smaller the size and larger the charge of the metal ion, resulting in more stable complex compound. So, in reverse, larger the size and smaller the charge, resulting in less stable complex compound. So, here are some examples which are shown here. So, what are these examples? Lithium is smaller in size than lithium, sodium, first A group elements, all these are. So, lithium plus sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. So, size increases from here to here. So, lithium plus is having a smaller size. So, that is why it is forming more stable complex compound than it forms more stable compounds than sodium. And in the second line, thorium, okay, and yttrium. So, here in terms of charge, you can say that it is larger, greater the charge, greater is the stability of the complex. So, Na plus is having lesser charge, okay, that is why it forms somewhat less stable complex compound than this thorium plus 4 compound, okay. So, from these two factors, we can say that nature of central metal ion is influencing the stability of coordination compounds. First one is ionic size, smaller the size, greater is its stability, smaller the size of central metal ion, greater is its stability of the complex, greater the stability of complex compound, and ionic charge, higher the charge on the metal ion, higher the stability of the coordination compound. So, it is called as the charge by radius ratio. Larger the charge by radius ratio, higher the stability of the complex. So, large the charge by radius ratio leads to stable complexes. So, these are the two factors which are influencing the nature of the central metal ion on the stability of coordination compounds. And another thing is nature of the ligand, okay, nature of the ligand. How First, there are two main things. One is metal atom and another one is ligand. So, first one we have discussed about nature of the how nature of the metal ion is influencing the stabilities of coordination compounds, and the second one is how the nature of the ligand is influencing the stability of coordination compounds. Here, nature of the ligand are important characteristics of ligand affects the stability of coordination compounds. So, first thing is size and charge. As we have discussed about even for metal ions, here so size and charge. Ligands with less charge and more size are less stable and form less stable coordination compounds. So, ligands with higher charge have small size and form more stable compounds. So, here is the same thing as metal ion. In the case of metal ion, it was smaller the size and larger the charge. So, here it is different, not different, it is the same. Okay, ligands with higher charge have small size and form more stable complexes. So, ligands with less charge and more size are less stable and form less stable compounds. So, here more size, less charge, less stable is the coordination compound. More size of the metal ion or ligand, less charge on the metal ion is leading to less stability of the coordination compound. So, smaller the size, more charge on the ligand leading to more stability, producing more stable coordination compound. So, for charged ligands, the higher the charge and the smaller the size, the more stable the complex is formed. Suppose if you take the F minus ion forms more stable complexes than the Cl minus. Because why? Because F is having a smaller size and not the, even though they are having same charge, F is a smaller ion than Cl minus. So, in size Cl minus is greater than F minus. So, F minus ligand forms more stable complex compound than Cl minus. And in case of neutral ligands, the larger the permanent dipole moment, the greater would be the stability of the complex compound. The order of stability of complexes formed by some neutral ligands may be amine, ethylamine, diethylamine, triethylamine. These amine and ethylene, ethylamine, diethylamine, the stability will be in the reverse order. Okay, so these can be explained by with the help of chelating effect. So, we will discuss about these neutral ligands, amine, ethylamine, all those things, right? So, this is the first and foremost factor which is influencing the stability of coordination compounds by a ligand. And another factor which is influencing the stability of coordination compounds is basic character of the ligand. What we are discussing about nature of the ligand on stability of coordination compounds. Okay, right. Suppose basicity. Why basicity is influencing the coordination stability of coordination compounds? Because ligands are considered as Lewis bases because they donate electron pair to the central metal ion. So, the basicity of a ligand is an important factor because this depends on how easily it can donate electrons. Okay, if a strong base is a good electron donor, and many common ligands like Cn minus, F minus, NH3 are also bases. Okay, so according to Lewis acid base theory, okay, ligands are called as bases. If it donates electrons easily, it is called as strong base. Stronger the base is, more the stable is the coordination compound. Okay, the ligand which can donate its lone pairs of electrons more easily to the central metal ion is said to be more basic, and hence it will form more stable complex. Okay, strong bases like Cn minus, F minus and NS3 are good ligands and form stable complexes with more electropositive metals like sodium, calcium, aluminum, etc. So, ligands are bases. So, if they are more basic, okay, more basic leading to more stable complex compound. Okay, so more basic is the ligand, more stable is the complex. So, more basic is the ligand, more stable is the complex. So, suppose uh, and another factor of the ligand which is influencing the stability of coordination compounds is ligand concentration. There are many complexes which may exist in water solution only in the presence of a high concentration of the coordinating particles. The reason is that in such cases the water molecules apparently are having greater coordinating tendency than molecules or ions originally present. So, for example, the yellow species of copper chloride complexes exist in the solid state, but when dissolved in water, pale blue hydride copper ion gets formed, which on addition of excess of chloride regenerates the yellow complex. So, suppose here, okay, I am taking some another example. So, some coordination complexes exist in aqueous solution only in presence of higher concentration of coordination group. Okay, some coordination complexes exist in aqueous solution only in presence of higher concentration of coordinating group or higher concentration of ligand. So, in some cases aqueous molecules show greater coordinating tendency than the coordinating group which is originally present. In presence of highly concentrated solution of SCN minus which is a ligand, the CO plus 2 metal ion forms a stable blue colored coordination complex, but on dilution in aqueous medium the blue complex is destroyed and a pink aqua complex is formed, and then by further addition of ligand pink color disappears. So, pink color disappears. It can be understood by looking at this reaction. So, what is happening here? So, here blue complex is formed when higher concentration of thiocyanate is taken. So, if the thiocyanate is diluted, so this CO molecule is forming CO ion is forming sorry not molecule, CO ion is forming complex compound with H2O, then resulting in a pink complex compound. So, what is happening here? So, concentration of the ligand is influencing the stability of the coordination compound. So, here dilute concentration leading to destabilization of this compound, this coordination compound, and forming a pink colored compound. So, in higher dilution, higher concentrations, blue color compound is forming, cobalt is forming blue colored compound, on dilution it is forming pink color compound. The color change indicates that there is a competition between H2O and SCN minus in formation of complex with cobalt ion. So, in higher concentration the cobalt is forming blue colored compound with thiocyanate ligand, and at lower concentrations it is forming a pink colored compound with H2O ligand, okay, aqua ligand. So, there is a competition between these two ligands. So, it is a pure example for example to understand the how and to understand how the concentration of the ligand is affecting the stability of coordination compound. And by taking, if we take another example, in the synthesis of tetraamine cupric sulfate complex, okay, at lower concentration of ammonia forms copper hydroxide. Okay, right. While at higher concentration of ligand form following complex. So at higher concentrations only, this compound is forming. At lower concentrations, just the copper hydroxide is forming. So the complex compounds, formation of complex compound, that means stability of complex compounds is influenced by the concentration of the ligand. And another more important factor which is which can influence the stability of coordination compounds to a larger extent is chelating effect. I have earlier discussed about it, chelating effect. So when I was saying about neutral ligands, I told you that I will discuss about these neutral ligands in chelating effects. So the process of forming metal chelate by the attachment of multidentate ligand with central metal ion in which ligand act as chelating agent is known as chelation. In simple words, there are some some ligands like ethylene diamine. Okay, here in this slide, it is somewhat difficult to understand a difficult definition. So in simple words, we can explain it. So ethylene diamine. If you take ethylene diamine. So there are two NH2 groups. Each nitrogen in that group is having two lone pair of electrons. So it can donate two lone pair of electrons to a metal ion. So in result, what is the chelate ligand is forming a ring. Okay, chelating ligand is forming a ring. So such type of ligands can form more stable complexes. So when metal ions form cyclic ring type of complexes called chelates, these are called as chelates. Okay, the stability of metal complexes increases. In other words, the formation of a chelate ring increases the stability of a complex over that of a comparable complex where chelation is not possible. Okay, so this effect is called as chelating effect. The formation of chelating ring increases the stability of complexes. This effect is called as chelating effect. So chelating definition can be given like this: the complex formed by a chelating ligand is more stable than their monodentate analogues. The effect is called chelating effect. The complexes having a strain-free ring structure formed by two or more donor atoms of a chelating ligand is called chelate or chelated complexes, or a ring type complex, or a cyclic complex. The formation of chelate is called cyclization or chelation. In this ethylene diamine example, suppose ethylene diamine, there is a 5-membered ring is formed. So these two nitrogens can give two pair of electrons to the central metal ion. Okay, right? So this is called chelating ring. This chelation gives more stability to the metal ion than the compounds of coordination compounds which are having no chelating effect. If there is no chelating effect here, so this second compound is less stable than first one. In the first example, the complex is forming chelating rings, the ligand is forming chelating rings, that's why it is more stable. So if you take the example Fe NS3 taken 6 plus 2 hexaamine iron. So and another example is Fe ethylene diamine taken thrice plus 2. So which is the more stable complex compound? Second one is more stable than the first one. Why? In the second compound, the ethylene diamine is forming chelating rings. So by the effect of chelation or chelating effect, it gets more stability than the first compound. So this is a very important effect which is influencing the stability of coordination compounds. So here Morgan proposed the term chelate to describe the cyclic structure which arise by multidentated ligand and a metal ion. Actually, ligands, we know that depending on the nature of their denticity, okay, ligands are classified into monodentate ligand, bidentate ligand, tridentate ligand, tetra, penta, etc. So minimum the denticity should be 2, okay, for the ligand to form a coordination compound. So that means a ligand which is having 2 donating centers, like in the case of ethylene diamine, its denticity is 2. Bidentate ligand, it is bidentate ligand. That means it can donate 2 pair of lone pair electrons to the central metal ion. That's why it is called as bidentate ligand. So minimum the denticity should be 2, or in other words, the at least to form a chelating ring by the ligand should be a at least bidentate ligand. It should be a at least bidentate ligand. This word Greek word chela means claw of lobster or crab. Okay. So again the chelating ring giving more stability to the ligand. Again, if there are 2 or 3 types of chelating rings, so number of the ring size, okay, in other words, ring size also influences the stability of the coordination compound. So the stability of chelate is depending on the size of chelating ring. The stability of coordination complex increases with the number of chelate ring. It is found that 4-membered rings are unstable and rare. Because they are unstable, that's why they are rare. So then 5-membered rings, which are more common and stable. For chelate, saturated chelate rings, the following is the decreasing order of stability. So 5-membered ring is more stable than 6-membered ring, then 7-membered ring. So the stability of metal chelates decreases by increasing the chelate size. So from it is applying from 5 to 7-membered chelating rings. So 5-membered chelating ring is more stable than 6-membered one, and 6-membered one is more stable than 7-membered chelating ring. So ring size also influencing the stability of coordination compounds. And another factor is there of stability of complexes by chelating effect, number of rings. So in recent years, ligands capable of occupying as many as 6 coordination positions on a single metal ion have been described. The studies on the formation of constants of coordination compounds with these ligands have been reported. In general, it is observed that the stability of complex goes up with an increase in the number of groups available for coordination. So it is in general, it is observed that the stability of complex goes up with an increase in the number of available coordination groups available for coordination. Greater the number of rings within the chelate, greater will be the stability of chelate. So if you take the example, just wait, if you take the example cadmium triene taken sorry, triene plus 2. 3 5-membered rings is more stable than cadmium ethylene diamine. Okay, so suppose not this. If you take simple example, suppose Fe in a ethylene diamine taken 3, okay, and Fe diethylene triamine taken twice. So both are having coordination number of 6, both are octahedral complexes, but this second complex compound is more stable than first one, because in diene it is having more number of rings in a ligand than ethylene diamine. So here in the sense I am saying that the ligand should form more number of rings, only one ligand. So if you take diene, diethylene triamine, diene, diethylene triamine. So diethylene triamine. So it is tridentate ligand. It is having 3 lone pair of electrons. It can donate 3 lone pair of electrons to the central metal ion. So it is forming how many rings? 2 rings. The ligand is forming 2 rings. Whereas in case of ethylene diamine, it is only forming 1 ring. So it is less stable than the diethylene triamine, complex compound which is formed by diethylene triamine, because diethylene triamine is forming more number of rings than ethylene diamine. If you take another example, earlier example, what we have taken, cadmium compound, triene, triethylene tetramine, triene. So it is its coordination number is 4, and cadmium ethylene diamine. So ethylene diamine can form 1 number of ring, and it can form how many number of rings? It can form 4. Okay, it can form 4 rings. Okay, so this cadmium compound with triene is more stable than 4 rings. Just verify, tetramine, triethylene, tetramine. So 1, 2, 1 triethylene, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. It can form 3 number of rings. Okay, so anyhow, triene is forming 3 number of rings, and ethylene diamine is forming 1 ring. So that's why triene compound with cadmium compound with the triene, the ligand triene is more stable than cadmium compound of ethylene diamine. So greater the number of rings within the chelate, greater will be the stability of chelate. So greater the number of rings within the chelate, greater will be the stability of chelate. So in triene there are more number of rings than ethylene diamine. So the triene compound is more stable than ethylene diamine compound. So I have discussed about stabilities of coordination compounds, right? The increase in stability with the dentate character of ligand has been referred to as the chelate effect by Schwarz-Jenbach. This effect is larger for the transition metal ions than the non-transition metal ions, as illustrated below. So here it is more stable, it is less stable than this compound. It is having chelating ring by ethylene diamine. There is no chelating ring here, we have discussed about it. So right, so until now we have discussed about the factors which are influencing the stabilities of coordination compounds, right? Which are influencing the stabilities of coordination compounds. So major factors which are influencing the stability of coordination compounds is nature of the metal ion and nature of the ligand. So nature of the metal ion is by its size. So lower the size, smaller the size, more stable is the complex compound, and charge, higher the charge, more stable is the coordination compound. So in terms of ligands, it should be more basic, because according to acid base theory, the atoms or group of atoms which can donate electron pair are called as bases. Ligands are bases. So more basic is the ligand, more stable is the complex compound, and smaller the size, higher the charge of the ligand, increases the stability of the coordination compound, and chelating effect of the ligand. So chelating ring forming ligands gives more stability to the coordination compounds than the analogous non-chelating ligands. So these are the things which we have discussed. So, and another factor is there, which is environmental factors. So environmental factors also influences the stabilities of coordination compounds. What are the environmental factors? One is temperature and another one is pressure. Okay. So temperature and pressure also influences the stability of coordination compounds. Suppose if you take example of what is that? Suppose if you take the example of this compound hexaamine cobalt chloride. At higher temperatures, it loses one amine and forms a different compound, one ammonia, and forms isomer. Okay, one isomer. Okay, what is happening here at higher temperatures? So temperature is influencing the stability of the complex compound. At higher temperatures, this ammonia is replaced by this Cl, because ammonia is highly volatile. Ammonia is highly volatile. So the effect of temperature can be twofold. Firstly, the compound containing volatile coordinating groups or ligands like water, ammonia, okay, and ethylene-diamine are less stable at elevated temperature and commonly undergo decomposition on heating. So by this example we can understand it. So secondly, the effect of temperature is the transformation of certain coordination compounds from one to other. By heating, some compounds like silver hydrogen compound AgI4, it is red in color. At 40-45 degrees centigrade, it forms Ag2HgI4, just isomer of the first one, but it is in yellow color. So the temperature is influencing the stability of the complex compound. It forms one compound to another one. If you take another environmental factor, which is pressure, so we know that Le Chatelier rule. Suppose if you take one reaction here, NH3 taken 6 Cl2, so CO Cl2 plus 6 NH3. If you increase higher pressure here, it forms this compound. So backward reaction will be taken place. If you decrease the pressure, the compound is dissociated. The forward reaction favors. So in this way, okay, in this way, the effect of pressure also influences the stability of coordination compounds. The effect of pressure is the same as that of concentration. Since the formation of coordination compound involves chemical equilibria. It is apparent that altering the pressure of volatile ligands is merely an application of the Le Chatelier principle. So, by this example, loss of ammonia upon heating but can be reformed by treatment of anhydrous cobalt chloride with ammonia vapor, that is by increasing the pressure of ammonia. So, reduction in pressure above causes loss of volatile compounds. So, increasing pressure forms here the complex compound. At decreasing the pressure on heating, it, it is dissociated into cobalt chloride and ammonia. So, these are the environmental factors. What are the environmental factors? One is temperature and another one is pressure. Okay. So, until now we have discussed factors which are influencing the stability of coordination compounds. One is nature of metal ion and another one is ligand. Nature of ligand in this chelating effect is a very important concept, and third one is nature of environment or environmental factors. Environmental factors. What are the environmental factors? Temperature and pressure. Okay. With this I am concluding this video lecture, and thank you very much.